Welcome back to Football Manager 2024 with Rushall Olympic, Diamond in the Rough. We find ourselves in first place with around 14 points above Crew just before we're about to play them, so we definitely need this win. If we can at least win or tie, I feel as though this is completely out of reach, but even a loss won't do it. It's fine. I think there's only 10 games left, roughly. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, around 8 games left, actually. So, I mean, it's pretty much 24 points max that you could possibly get. But recent form, though, after the Barrow game, we then went on to beat Tranmere. We won 1-0, but that was at the very, very end. We should have played a lot better than that, but it was an away game, and we managed to win 1-0. Got the pen at the very end, and that's all she wrote there. We then won pretty decisively against Sutton. We won 4-0. Makuna with 2 goals, and then Amalu with 2 very, very late goals. Realistically, it's 2-0, but Amalu scored very late there as well. We had an insane game, though, with Mansfield Town. 4-4. We had the lead at one point, and then we ended up giving it up 90 plus 2. I should have probably changed what our setting was and kind of gone more defensive, but I don't know if that would have really changed. The penalty that we ended up conceding was pretty soft, I will be honest, but we managed to get it back. 4-4. It was an amazing game, though. Some of the goals were definitely top-notch. And then we ended up playing against Bradford City, and we ended up losing 3-1. I mean, arguably it was 2-1, and the goal that they ended up scoring, the second one, shouldn't have really been a goal. It's one of those things where they need to really update the penalty shots, because some of them are clean tackles, like the cleanest tackles I've ever seen, and then somehow we end up losing those games. But insanely enough, 18,400 people showed up for that away game. That is insane. I don't think I've ever seen numbers like that, at least at this level. We did have it for Leicester, though, around 20, though. That's still crazy. Bradford also had some in away game as well, around 10,000. That's still pretty insane. We then ended up being Morecambe 3-2. We won at the very end. They started to come back. Swire ended up having a crazy finish there in terms of penalty shot. Shot it with the most power that I've seen in a long time, and then we beat the bottom feeder, Grimsby Town. We got a pen from Swire again, and then Summers ended up getting the one that was pretty decisive. We do face Crew. Let's take a look at how well they've been doing in the league recently. I mean, we've done a little bit better than them. They had a pretty rocky January, but then they kind of turn around in terms of their February, and their March is starting off pretty decent as well. But if you look at it, they have Mansfield Town right after us. They have 2 top 5 teams coming up very quickly. Notts County, still not easy. I'm pretty sure we have this in the bag at this point. So let's see if we can manage to get a result for them. I'm not sure if we're home or away, but we're away, so we're going to Crew, and hopefully you can manage to get a result here. Let's see the squad that we have picked for that game. And here's the squad that we have for that game. We have Hanbury in goal, Ollie, Cullinan, Noble, and Kushienza starting as our backline. We have Rowe and Ani that are going to start as midfield instead of defensive midfield, because apparently we're getting in trouble for playing Ani as a defensive midfielder as opposed to a regular midfield. And then we have Summers, O'Reilly, and Swire starting up as our attacking mids, and then Daly's going to get the nod up front. Daly hasn't been playing particularly well, but he does have the speed, and do like the fact that we can probably switch Amalu at some point. We do have a ton of tired players, though, which is one of the reasons why the roster kind of looks like this. Havenhand's tired as well, so is Makuna. So a lot of our guys that we normally rest our hopes on aren't playing in this game. So, I mean, at least they'll be back for the cup game, but this one's going to be a pretty big challenge for sure. and especially going away from home is going to be a little bit tricky here. I'm interested to see what the how many fans end up showing up for this game though. But a lot of our loanies have been playing very well, um, and they kind of integrated into this team very quickly. Just like that, O'Reilly getting a goal within the first 30 seconds. It's probably the quickest goal that we've ever seen for us, though. And that was amazing. We're going to get to see that again. O'Reilly ends up passing it through to Swire. I thought he was going to lose it for sure. Passes an amazing through ball, times it perfectly, and O'Reilly gets us off the mark. 1-0 right off the bat. That's exactly what we like to see this early on. And he beat it by a fraction. I wouldn't believe that that he's not a striker there for sure. Already this system looks like it's working pretty well for us. Granted, it's only been like 2 minutes, and I mean, if we score again, this will be insane. Christians ends up losing it, but he gets it back to Ani, back to Rowe. Rowe's been pretty quiet this season, though. He was concerned when we got a lot of players come in that he wasn't going to play that much, but he's managed to still maintain his spot in the club. I don't know what's going to happen next year with him, though. A lot of these guys we're going to have to say goodbye to. I think the wages, they're not really giving us that much. We're only going to get around 20,000 per week, and we're spending around 18 of it right now. So, I mean, it's going to be... Wow, that was almost in there. Cullinan blocked it. I thought he missed it. So it's already going to be a big challenge just to not get relegated. And we'll have to take a look at the standings to see what's the normal kind of points of a team that's not going to get relegated, and that's definitely going to be our goal. I wouldn't be surprised if we do get relegated, but the main focus is to develop a team that can withstand and then push in around two or 3 years into the championship. And there's been a lot of highlights for the first 15 minutes. That is insane. We are in a positive approach, though. Ani back to Rowe. See if he heard me. Ollie should have shot that with a little bit more power, but it gets turned away. We get a corner. Doesn't look like we have too many fans that have shown up to this game, though. And Noble almost putting it in there. Actually, there's a little bit more. I guess there's none that were on the left side of there. But I think the Bradford game there's tons of people that were there. Oh no, it was the Mansfield game where we had tons of people that ended up showing up. I couldn't even tell what color was what because they were wearing yellow, which is normally our color, but we were wearing blue. And there's just yellow and blue in the whole stadium. I don't know why Christianza always gets yellows though. For like no reason. The funniest one, though, was Noble. Noble ended up getting he didn't get a yellow, but he got a foul almost immediately after he got fouled, and the other guy got a card. Hansbury's staying on his head right now. 25 minutes in, we end up conceding another corner. Gets turned away there. And it is still shocking to see us having a chance of getting promoted and Walsall not. And I mean, after this game, Bradford's going to get everyone else is going to get a game at hand after this game. So we definitely want that win. I think if we end up holding on to this win, oh my God, Rowe almost put it in. Then pretty much I think the season's definitely over at this point. And all we have to do is probably even focus on ties for the rest of the season. There's not really going to be much to show, but we're definitely going to be looking at who's going to stay with us next year, and that's definitely who we're going to play more often than anything. And kind of put them in roles that we want them to play a little bit more. And Swire ends up getting a clinic there, but it was a very good assist, though. And Swire's been very good for us. Yeah, that was a very nice play by O'Reilly, but O'Reilly and Swire are playing very well together. Just utmost composure there. 40 minutes in and it's 2-0. All we have to do is not concede in this half, and it should be smooth sailing. XG is pretty much the same though, so we do owe a lot of that to Hanbury. But their XG is just a little bit higher. Our possession's 64% though. Yeah, I don't think the XG really tells the whole story. But at least we have Peters. We do have a decent amount of rotation that we can kind of switch up. And that's why I like seeing Summers playing now, just because we do have a chance to rotate him. Even Rowe, it's showing that he's doing a 7.1, but I haven't really seen any of that. It is going to suck if we have to take out Swire or Riley, just based on the fact that they are playing so well today. And Summers almost got it. If he only could manage to head it down, we would have been able to get that. And now we're ahead in XG, so they're finally giving the respect that we deserve. We're probably going to end up making a sub after this this free kick here. And Swire, oh my god, they're O'Reilly to Swire, and Swire ends up finishing it. That is insane. I can't take them off though, right? Summers delivers it in, it gets headed away. O'Reilly at the perfect spot, and then Swire, my god. Bottom corner, nothing the goalie could do, and it's 3-0. I don't know if he's going to get upset if I end up having a storming game. I don't think I've ever seen that. But yeah, I don't know who we're going to take off at this point. It feels though. Do you want to see more of Norris? And he'll come in for Scott here. Guess we have to take them both off. I don't really want to. Then Summers is going to come off. We're going to take off. Hickenbottom is going to come on for Noble there, and then we have 2 left. Daly can come in for. Yeah, we're going to take off Swire, I guess. No point getting him injured. We do want them rested up as much as possible. And I don't know who's going to be able to go for him. Don't know who can play attacking mid out of all of them. Shows that Claymac can play striker though. Let's test that out actually. Okay, we'll do target forward maybe. And see what he can manage to do there. We do get a free kick here. Norris with it. And that's a pen. Oh my god, I feel so bad now. Swire would have been able to get a hat trick. And Norris now takes it and buries it. 4-0. Yeah, I feel so bad. Swire would have been able to get a hat trick. But it is what it is. 67 minutes in, and it's 4-0. And Crew has not had an answer for us at all. This must be pretty discouraging. If they somehow end up losing a bunch of matches after because of this, I'll feel very, very bad for them. Because they were definitely in a spot where they could easily get promoted, maybe even challenge for the title, and they just have nothing. 15 points clear at this point. Or sorry, no, what am I saying? 18 points. And they do get at least a consolation goal in the 80th minute. And that looks like it's his 10th. Gets turned. See again, that's not a penalty. Just give him red at this point. Why not? Long now with the chance to double his tally. And they do. Kind of disappointing, I will say that. Both goals really shouldn't have been goals. If they somehow claw back 4-3, I might eat my hat. Vinny with it, oh my god, he shoots it over. And now we just gotta conserve everything. It's 5 minutes extra time. Their XG is much higher than us too, so they're not even giving us respect in terms of the goals that we scored. Claim out of Peters. Just get one more. And we don't. Long ends up getting it. Who is their captain? Oh my god, if it's 4-3, I swear to god. It's 4-3. No way. If they come back at this point, that is insane. Just hold possession. All you gotta do. And it looks like our team's just absolutely nervous. I'm chalking this up. This is 100%. It was a 4-0 game. And for whatever reason, no. Yeah. Swire, I'm gonna have to talk to individually. You played amazing. And he switched off, so he didn't like that. So he did piss him off just because. But he played very well, but the whole team in the second half at the very end did not. I guess I learned my lesson to not do any of that kind of stuff. Yeah, it says thrilling, but we should have had it. And I mean, we do guarantee ourselves in the playoffs, which is around 62 points. Or 61, I guess. So I feel as though we definitely have. It's not going to require that many points. I'm going to have to do the math off camera, though. But I feel as though it's not really going to be that much. We're pretty much going to get it probably by the next probably 2 or 3 games, depending on what ends up happening. And then we can definitely crown ourselves champions. But let's jump to the cup game and let's see if our rested stars can manage to get a result there. And our next game is against Wigan. Wigan's currently 9th place in League One, so we will be seeing them a lot next year. I'm pretty sure we're already guaranteed promotion at this point. Just a couple more games and we'll definitely see them. So Wigan's around there. Interesting to see how well they've been doing recently. And they've been doing very well. They've managed to get a result in the past 5 games, 6 games actually, and then they end up losing 2 there. So hopefully we end up getting them on their heels there. But this is the squad that we have for that game. We have Hanbury in goal, Ollie, Cullinan, Evans, and Barrett starting as our back line. We have Norris and Butterfield starting as our mid there. And then we have Peters, O'Reilly, and Havenhand as our attacking mid. And then Omlu getting the nod up front. I don't know if we want to change to defensive mid, though. Norris play defensive mid. No, you can play regular mid, though. And so could Butterfield. So I guess we'll kind of take this approach. It was working for us for most of the last game until our team just decided to switch off. And let's see if we can get an upset here. We are home too, so we're not going to get too much money. There's not too many people that decide to show up for this game either. So, I mean, it is what it is. This is the semifinals, so a win here puts us into the final and gets us a chance at winning a more serious trophy, I would say. Probably the biggest trophy to date. Before the league, obviously. The League 2. But we managed to at least collect silverware in each season that we've taken a part of. And we definitely need to continue it here. If not this year, then next year for sure. That looked like it was out, and we do concede 1-0. This isn't looking very good. 2 minutes in, too. So this is kind of what it looks like. It's going to look like for next season. And to get a chance here, Peters finds Havenhand. Havenhand can't quite kick it or hit it down. He does head it. And they're also leading the possession battle as well. That was our first opportunity, and we didn't really do anything with it. Can't win them all, I guess. But so far, it's not looking good. Mansfield looks like they're 0-0 there, so that definitely helps us as well. So at least we win something. Barrett's apparently upset already. And there's 25 minutes that have already passed. and nothing's really happened. They've had 4 shots, 2 on target. We have yet to get 1 on target. So I'll have to make adjustments for half for sure. We do deny the opportunity for them to get another shot on net. We do get a counter here. Peter is now with it. Can he find someone? Can't quite find anyone. And it gets turned away again. It's a counter attack again the other way. I hate losing balls in play. I'd rather than take shots than lose it this way. And it looks like they're going to definitely put the hurts on us for sure. Completely open. Hanbury manages to save it. And it's a corner. And disappointing start for us for sure. Can't win if you don't take shots. And granted, we do have that 1 shot on target, but I don't really count that. And neither team, I would say, is playing particularly well. Peters with it, passes it right where you shouldn't pass it, finds O'Reilly. Now you're playing it back with Hanbury as well, just kind of resetting everything. But our passing is looking very good, though. Our chemistry is very good despite getting a bunch of signings as well. But they're all finding ways to play very well together. Omlu can't header it. That was one that should have been reserved for Havenhand for sure. And Kakuri, I remember that name. That's a very popular name of free agents that you can usually get. It's going to be interesting next season to see who we can manage to get in terms of the rejected Premier League players. And at least our shots are increasing, but it's 5 shots, 1 on target still. And even the 1 shot on target, I wouldn't really rate as being on target. I think it was more of like a kind of a block, if anything. 2 minutes extra time. Just don't go down here, and we don't. So we should be able to at least stop the bleeding at 1 for halftime. Yeah, show me. Yeah, Tommy O'Reilly's going to switch anyways. No, he's playing well. But we do want to put in Swire at some point. And that's going to be the guy that ends up going in for him. So we'll start the second half with him all nervy and everything. He's the only one that is. And I'd rather get a little bit more out of him before I end up doing anything. And I mean, it's still only 1-0. We are playing cautious. We're going to probably up that around the 65th minute. See if we can manage to get a tie. Because we do well in shootouts, that is for sure. And if we can manage to at least pull through it, we should be in a good spot. And we do get the corner. Nothing ends up happening with it. Norris does get the ball back, though. Back to Peters now. Oh my god, he should have slot that in for someone. We managed to clear it away, but we are going to make a sub very, very soon. And just don't concede one here just before we do that sub. Oh my god, a penalty shot, another one. And this just looks like the disappointing end to a decent cup run. And yeah, we're going to make our subs anyways. So Swire's going to come on. Peters is going to have to come off, so we're going to put in Makuna there. I guess I don't really want to put Daly in for Amalu. So kind of make those change. Ani, I guess we can put in for Norris. And we're going with that. We'll go attacking also, so we could easily go down 3-0. I mean, it is to be expected against Wigan. And we're gonna demand more here. And if we go down right now before I change it, okay. I'm gonna go attacking here. I don't really care if we lose 5-0 at this point. I know our fans won't be happy about it, but we do concede another free kick here. Hits the crossbar. We do get a goal kick. And we're going to have to make some subs as well. We just keep conceding corners and free kicks. So we won't be able to get points if we keep doing that. It's going to end after Butterfield touches the ball. Please tell me this is a counterattack. Someone get the ball in the net. That's a penalty. Come on. If mine are penalties, that is definitely a penalty. So Cullinan's going to come off. Havenhand also needs to come off too. We wasted a free kick there. We're going to make another sub. We're going to probably make our last subs here. Scott looks like he needs to come off. Havenhand as well. Amalu as well. Jesus. So we don't have enough subs to go all around. Scott's going to have to be the one that suffers. Amalu's going to come off for Daly. Can Havenhand come off for anyone? No, he cannot. Actually, Swire can play there. We can put in Nasser. No, we can't. Okay, so he's going to have to stay there. And that is unfortunate. But we just gotta believe, guys. We're gonna encourage the team now. And we're gonna have to go very attacking. Might even have to change where our subs are or where our players are as well. We'll make that in about a minute. See if we can get anything with this highlight, and then we'll kind of change our formation a little bit. We do get a goal there. Makuna manages to get one by. Can we manage to do this? Fans are happy, so at least we get the consolation there. Barrett to Havenhand. Back to Barrett. Curls it in, a very nice curl, and then Makuna on the end of it. We're going to stick with very attacking here. We're going to wait till probably the 80th minute before we end up pushing more people forward. And we'll do it now. Probably the best chance that we're going to get. Havenhand's going to have to come up here. We're going to go 2 here and then move Swire there as well. Maybe change their roles a little bit more. No, advanced playmaker I'm going to go with, and then Makuna. Kind of leave him where he is. Maybe, yeah, we're going to leave him how he is now. And let's just hope that we can manage to get one more by them. 87th minute in. It looks like it's just swindling down. We do get a free kick. And Butterfield is a terrible free kick taker. He shouldn't be allowed to take them anymore. 4 minutes extra time. Let's see if they can make a mistake. Ollie gets to the end of it. Pass it to Makuna. Back to Ani. Back to Makuna. Daly now with it. Finish it. Oh my god. Corner kick. And that's kind of why I hate Daly. Daly can't finish. Makuna did everything he could, but he couldn't get to the end of it. And it looks like our hopes at moving forward seems to be over. Bad throw in. And we're on our back foot here. Good foul. Butterfield's best thing that he did all day. And that's all she wrote. We get knocked out of this competition. And we just didn't play like what we needed to. We did have some fatigue there for sure, but at least we got the one goal. And do we get any money for it? That is the main question. We're probably massive overachievers though. And Cullinan, you know what? We'll give you a rest for around 6 days here. We do have a game in 4 days. Finances wise, we did get 1.144 million. So we did get a little bit from the gate receipts, only 124 though. Over 202 expenditures though. So our income for the month is at least 116. 86 is what it's costing us. So at least we're in the black there. But we'll look at some of the competitions that we're going to end up playing. Since we get knocked out of that, we're probably only going to do one more episode though. We'll come back for the Walsall game, and then we'll come back for the Leighton Orient game afterwards. So we'll see if the Walsall ones is the one that ends up lifting us the trophy. And Crew, yeah, Crew's the only other team that played, but the fact that we're ahead of them, pretty decent. So we'll kind of wait it out for that. We'll only play the one episode left of the season for sure, just because we're out of the cup. Otherwise, it would have split up into two. And one of the interesting things that I did see, though, it wasn't the FA Cup. It was a Carabao Cup, where we ended up going to fourth. And the team that ended up winning was Tottenham. Tottenham finally got their very first trophy. Yeah, they got their very first trophy against Chelsea of all teams, the team that can never win a cup final. Tottenham managed to get their first trophy in I don't even know how long. But they managed to break that curse now, and congratulations to them, as bittersweet as it is. So we'll end up coming back for the Walsall game. It'll be a battle of Walsall, and we'll see if we can manage to get the trophy lifted at that point. Thank you all for watching, and until next time.